Welcome again, Aries. It's 2016, March. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au, and the primary job of the planet Saturn is to really push you to your limits, to test you. And I was just thinking about how that planet does that, because it's pretty significant for you this month, being in your 9th house. It's the house of past karma. With the moon having just entered into this sign as well, it can show a need to really let go of a lot of things, to offload. But unfortunately, we become attached to many things in life. So, Saturn will take you out kicking and screaming, usually. That attachment gives us a desire to have more of the thing that we've had. So for example, with money, you have a really, really good job. You start earning a lot of money and you get accustomed to the lifestyle that money brings. All of a sudden you lose that job. That is the process of attrition. So in your case, it's not money so much as ideas, concepts, perceptions of the way your life is, the way you'd like it to be. That conceptual framework is probably the hardest thing to break down. Even a hardcore fundamentalist in whatever religious tradition may lose all their money and possessions, but trying to lose that dogma, that belief system, is another thing. And that's Saturn's job, and right now it's working hard on this area of your life to free you from your preconditioned ideas about what is, what was, and what should be. Living freely in the moment is the secret of happiness. We see, I've got your list of transits here, the Sun moving into the square of Saturn, both these planets now. The 12th house Sun, which has a lot to do with your past, a lot to do with the secrets of your life, those things that in your past have caused you, if I could call it, secret suffering. Those memories that keep regurgitating and impinging on your present experience. That, in a sense, is tied in with Saturn anyhow, just as a principle, but the fact that the Sun is in that right angle to Saturn this month, leading up to the 6th, shows that is one area, big area, that you're being tested in right now. We see also that 12th house bringing with it a new moon on the 8th, 9th, just a few days later. Pardon me. So the whole idea of unconditional love, and that's not for other people so much as for yourself. This sense of self-judgment about what you've done in the past, really beating yourself up with a stick is not good. The new moon here shows that you're able to really start to look at your past with fresh eyes and see that what has happened there is really part and parcel of whom you've become. It brings with it a lot of responsibility. That's the square of Sun to Saturn in those hidden areas. Interestingly, the Sun is moving towards the South Node, again another karmic point in your horoscope, showing very, very clearly the issues that are surfacing now. And it's funny because Mercury and Venus are in a very nice position in your 11th house of social activities and connections with others. But I'm just wondering whether that's a front for these other deeper issues that you're trying to work through. There are some nice sorts of aspects going on, or have just gone on, between Venus, Mercury and Saturn, and that shows us you should be using your friends as a means of resolving some of these issues, sharing these inner parts of your being, those areas of your life which have been tucked away neatly under the subconscious blankets of comfort, cold comfort. Because friends can help you now to make heads or tails of that and to break through that. And this whole idea of unconditional love, releasing the past, is a pretty significant concept this month for you. Especially because the full moon on the 23rd takes place in the 7th house, your zone of most intimate and personal relationships. Marriage, for example, is strongly focused in this area. That unconditional aspect, that coming to terms with those past problems, those complexes that are holding you back, that releasing, that attrition that Saturn is all about, I think is the master key to you breaking through into a new level of understanding in your relationships at this time. We also see the 8th house position of Mars, your ruling planet, and that's another significant one this month. That is, we talked about that last month. It's getting ready to exit that 8th house of sexuality, intimacy. It's also a research and a transformative house of the zodiac. So we also see that for you, quite a few of the points in the chart are pointing to this releasing of the past and the complexes that you had in your relationships. There are numerous other aspects that are taking place. I want to focus more on the themes that are going on in your life now, Aries, and if you can come to terms with that, you'll be able to deal with some of these other aspects that we see. Mercury, just to touch on it quickly, which is relating to your communications, your work, your workplace activities, is under some hard aspects this month. The difficult ones that I can see here are on the 5th, the 15th, the 31st. These are all periods when confusions, miscommunications, problems with communications take place. So note those dates. I think they're important both in your work and your personal relationships. But the more you work towards dealing with these issues of responsibility, taking responsibility for your actions in the past, looking at your past with loving eyes, not beating yourself up, bringing that new wisdom into your relationships, I think is going to help you this month to make some fairly significant breakthroughs. It's been lovely speaking with you again. There's that detailed analysis of the aspects, if you want to get into that, at the site, astrology.com.au. And I'm always available, ready to give you a hand if you are sort of getting stuck in some of these areas. A personal horoscope can be very, very revealing. And I am more than happy to make myself available to help you with that. Just contact me here at the site and let's take it from there. Have a great month. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.